I can't hear you though. Let me see. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. I can see what you're doing. Do I should I join as wait, are we live? I don't even know, man. Let me see. Testing 1 2 1 2. Hello.
Oh, oh wow, oh wow. Baba, can you hear me now? GM, everyone.
Oh yeah, I can hear
GM.
you now. GM guy.
Yeah, yeah.
GM Bonus.
Active, active. What's cooking, Baba?
Oh yo, I'm good. I had like so many activities lined up for today. We're glad that we can do this. And I'm a bit lost, but definitely trust me to always have something to talk about. But um, I'll just be following your lead on the agenda for today.
No doubt, no doubt. First off, like, see, if they wake you up, if they wake Baba up at 2 o'clock and ask him for all the Aptos Alpha, you can start talking. There will be no issues. This is a subject of which you are a subject matter expert, so there's no problems.
Yeah, and
Aptos
I
Alpha
think
is it full your head.
I think it comes from using, and I think maybe I'll talk about that a bit today. Is one thing to talk about. I don't know if it was a term that used to trend a lot earlier, like few years back. Knowledgeable broke man, because a lot of people were making money in Web3, and some people were just like seriously acquiring knowledge, and they used to be like, "Don't be the knowledgeable broke man." So, and I think a lot of people keyed into that at that time. So they got to kind of everybody got to the point where, like, if you are talking about something and you are not using it, then there's an issue. I don't know if that makes sense to you.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
like,
I guess it's.
you if do you really believe in this stuff, or you are just chilling? Yeah. I would say I've gotten to the point where, as much as I try to support and promote everything on Aptos, I try I lean towards value I understand, and like value to me. So I mostly talk about stuff that I know can offer direct value. Um Sometimes it can be distance value as well. That's why I like stuff like prop base, because I think it's something that is going to be a game changer. There are so many perks that can solve, and I'm really looking forward to maybe replicating or working with the team to have something like that in Nigeria. It's going to really help us. And I found something cool today. TTV tagged me to it. So apparently there is a prediction market in Nigeria.
Oh
Like
wow.
people
Hmm.
are buying those markets with naira. Uh,
That's wild.
the how does this work? Can I co-present with you?
Yeah, yeah. You can share your screen. You can share your screen as well if you're ready.
Uh,
Yeah, you can
Maybe
share your
I
screen.
don't share my seed phrase on this space.
Ah, just that whatever is on your screen, you're sharing your screen, so it's normal.
Yeah.
So, Baba, what is the name of the song itself? The Spook Space song. What's the name of that
Oh,
song?
it's Pump It Up by Danzel.
Yes.
Danzel.
Let me go with the Spook's energy. Let me play that for a little bit while we while we get set up again. Pump it up by Denzel. True Aptos energy. Yo, this is actually Saturday night. After
Yeah,
Alpha
I
nights
know.
are
I've
actually
been
on
thinking
Saturdays.
about to exit that.
So let's receive the stream. Let's receive the stream. Let's comment. Tag a friend or two. Let's fucking go. Every Saturday night, Aptos Alpha nights. Let's pump it up, guys. Let's keep pumping it up. Please comment on the space, refill the space. We'll get cooking in like a minute or two. Yo, happy Saturday nights. I'm hyped as like I'm super hyped for this to be honest. Baba, you ready to share your screen? Say you wanted to share your screen. Santi, GM Santi, GMTTV. I see you guys, I see you guys, I see the comments. Keep it coming. Let's have the alpha. Yeah, yeah, TTV. Let the alpha flow. Look forward to having you co-host with me. You and Santi as well. You'll be next week, yeah? If you want to join the stream as well, you can DM me. You can just DM me on X if you want to join the stream. So you can have as many of us on here as possible. Make this a party. Yo, brought that spooks energy, pumping it up, pump it up by Denzel. Yeah, yeah. That's the official spook song, yeah. Baba, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm still here, just working my
Okay,
way
yeah, you wanted to
through.
share your screen. Yeah,
Okay,
so
yeah. To share screen. Share screen. Yes, too much.
yeah, so while
Okay,
Baba is
blah, blah.
getting ready to share screen, Aptos Alpha Nights, right? Aptos Alpha Nights, Saturdays, 8 p.m. UTC. Every Saturday, 8 p.m. UTC. Comment on this space, retweet this space. This is going to be the premier space on Aptos. Like, I don't even think I'm pretty sure nobody else streams. So I mean, That's a pretty easy title to lay claim to. But definitely, I really want this to be one pure hour of alpha, right? And one thing that people don't really do, as Baba said, right, that you should not be a knowledgeable broke man, that you should actually know what you are talking about. So bringing that on-chain component is what I really want these spaces to be entire, these streams rather, to be entirely about. We would get on stream, we would go click on Aptos protocols, right? Maybe today, maybe we might look at Hyperion a little bit. Yeah. Next week, just alpha for you. We should probably be having Flick. We should probably be having Flick on Aptos Alpha Nights next week. Yeah, yeah. We should be having Flick on Aptos Alpha Nights next week. So I mean, tag all your favorite protocols, let them know that this is happening, let them know that this is happening, and who knows, we could be hosting them anytime soon, to showcase all of the favorites, all of the top alpha on Aptos, the best yields, how you can do it. Not all of us are DeFi gurus like Baba and TTV and Santi. So let them share that alpha with us and let all of us really enjoy the spirit of Aptos, right? What Aptos has to offer when it comes to DeFi. Let's explore these protocols properly. Yeah. So that when you now want to go and yap, I know all of you are yappers, you want to go after the 100K price pool. Yeah. So when you go after the 100K price pool, you go after it armed with the knowledge, right? You've clicked. So you can now post, you can now yap based on what you've clicked on, right? So that is the thesis for Aptos Alpha Nights. That is the whole idea for Aptos Alpha Nights. It's going to be massive, right? It's going to be massive, and I mean, GM Kantian, I can see her here as well. Please, you guys can drop the comments. Let me know what protocols should we start clicking on. What protocols should we click on? I'm thinking we should start with Hyperion for today. Like if you're just joining the space, I've said that we're probably going to be having Flick on space next week. So you can tag them. You can tag them below. Let them know you're looking forward to having them next week. Flick. And Flick is promising that there might be some okay. There just might be some giveaways. So make some noise for Flick. Make some noise for Flick. Let them know you want that. So that should be next week. Aptos Alpha Night, Saturdays, 8 p.m. UTC. Yeah. So so active, so active. I'm really, really hyped for this. Really excited for it. Baba, are you ready? Yar
Oh
says,
yeah, I'm
Baba,
set.
we need alpha.
Yeah, I'm set. I'm set. I'm set.
Okay. Yep. We've added your yep. Your
Oh, cool. Nice,
yeah.
nice, nice. And we're
Let's go.
starting off from Hyperion, but normal me, I would do a bit of preamble. So first, I saw this cool stuff, and I think some people already follow this page. Um, Found it today. I still don't know what it means. Thanks to Ya for sharing the alpha, but I see Santi already follows this page. It looks like they're doing something cool, so you guys should check it out as well. There was an announcement that moving with Aptos, powered by support from the Aptos Foundation. So I think that's really cool. But let's take things back to the basics, and where would be the best place to show the basics of like liquidity? I'm thinking maybe what's the premier dex on Aptos? Liquid swap, maybe. A lot of people don't talk about liquid swap anymore, but this used to be one of the this Pontem, by the way. Many of you guys don't probably don't talk about. They are not very loud online, but most of the trades go through liquid swap. If you check when you're using Panora, you would notice that liquid most of the trades go through liquid swap, especially when like memes very thin. A lot of them are there. Yeah. So now the part I'm going to talk about first here will be pools. So a bit background on what pools are. If you are, I've said this on a previous space, but in Web3 gives you back ownership, taking away middlemen. That was kind of like one of the origin ideas of crypto. The fact that you don't need a middleman, which banks are. So in real life, what a bank does is a bank is acting as that intermediary between you and who you are sending money to. That's simply what a bank is. So then crypto said, you don't need a bank anymore. With just internet, I should be able to send money to Yenusa. I shouldn't need someone to come in between. I just need a technology that can facilitate this. And then crypto came to be that technology. So now all I need to send money to Yenusa is wallet. It's completely permissionless. That's where that term came from. I'm not collecting permission from anybody to send this money. So now let's make the permissionless make sense. A lot of you would know that there are restrictions on bank accounts. Like if I wanted to send 10 million naira to Yenusa, I cannot from an individual account. Directive from CBN states that nothing, I don't think personal accounts can transfer more than 5 million naira. And even this 5 million naira, there's a lot of restrictions that you would face if you ever try to start sending. I think from 2 million upwards, it can become very dicey. Uh, you would need a business account and obviously more KYC, more blah blah blah. So crypto is saying if I want to send $100 million to Yunusa, I shouldn't have to explain to anybody. It should be permissionless. It's my money. I want to give Yunusa this money. So let's give him the money. I mean,
Let's give you inside the money.
but now I have to go and explain to some people, and then EFCC comes and I have to explain to them where I got the money from and blah 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 blah. But with Web3, I mean, in seconds, I've sent it to him. So now, if this is going to happen, there must be a there must be something called a pool that facilitates this. So for example, if I want to buy APT with USDT, in real sense, I'm supposed to go and meet someone that wants to sell his APT, to collect his APT and give him USDT based on the logic that Web3 created, that crypto created initially. It's supposed to be peer-to-peer permissionless. So now, because there might not always be someone willing to sell his APT, people kind of now have to create a pool that ensures that there's always APT for you to buy and there's always USDT when you want to sell your APT. So these pools, based on the pricing of APT to USDT, you can like experience a bit of loss if you decide to participate in these pools. But in real sense, what the pools are creating is a place where anytime I come and say I want to buy APT, there is APT available for me. And anytime I want to sell my APT for USDT, there's USDT available for me. So when you now check pools, this is no endorsement of liquid swap, by the way. A lot of people uh, let's keep things let's keep things neutral on this space. So now, when you see this stuff like this Dudu slash APT, this means that this is a pool that facilitates swaps between Dudu and APT. When you want to buy Dudu, Dudu is available here for APT purchases, and when you want to sell Dudu, APT is available for APT Dudu sales. So that's simply what a pool is. I hope I've been able to break this down as easy as it gets. So now, based on this, if you know every transaction you do on Aptos, for example, I don't know, let me send. Okay, I'm not sure you guys can see that wallet. It might only be showing this screen. But whatever transaction you do on Aptos um, has fees attached to them. And whatever trade you use on dexes have fees also associated with them. But these people putting in their USDT to APT, for example, are the ones creating the liquidity. Liquidity simply means money. They are the ones that put the money down, the USDT down and the APT down, to ensure that transactions can go through. So because of that, the DEX pays these people some fees. So this APR you see here from this APT to USDT is as a result of the fees generated from this. So when they generate fees, they will now take this 6%. Let's say throughout all the swaps here, they were able to generate over $1 million was swapped between APT and USDT, APT to USDT. They will raise 6% from that $1 million, which is supposed to be around, my math is bad right now. 100K is 10% and then 60K. So it's going to be around 60K. So there's going to be 60K in available for them that they are now going to distribute to everybody that created liquidity here. So now let's go to Hyperion. I hope that made a bit of sense. But let's take it to Hyperion, because as much as like we hype Hyperion a lot, one of the reasons why Hyperion is so hyped is because Hyperion creates something that usual pools do not have. And I don't know if they stated it here, but I understand that to be an AMM. Please don't hold my word for it. I might be mistaken. So yeah, so this is where like liquidity pools gets really amazing. So you know how I said people have to put like money down so that anytime you want to sell APT is available, anytime you want to sell USDT is available. So uh in real sense, the value of the fees you get. So if I put in $100, I'm going to generate fees. But it just makes sense that if somebody puts in $1 million, because it's the same amount of fees that they are going to share between us, they will give that person more money than they give me. Because I mean, they'll give him 6% of his $1 million and they'll give me 6% of my $100. So I'm going to generate less. So now, Hyperion allows you, especially if you understand market analysis and like price action, it allows you to be strategic about where in the market you decide to put liquidity. I'm sorry if this is getting very technical, but I think it's something we need to know. Maybe USDT to APT is not the best to use. Let me use APM. Sorry, USDT to USDC. Let me use APT to this. Yeah. So, the one of the things that happens when you provide liquidity to a liquidity pool is that your money is spread across the whole price of that token. So, for example, when APT is at $5, somebody is providing liquidity at $5. Um, so like if you provide liquidity generally, you are providing at $5, at $6, at $7, at whatever price APT is, you are constantly providing liquidity, meaning you are constantly generating fees. But somebody that puts $1 million, is $1 million is spread across the complete price. So this is between $3. I hope you guys can see my screen, please. This is between $3 and $10 of APT. That's what this thing simply states here. It's between $3 and $10. So now, if somebody has $1 million, his $1 million is spread across this whole range, meaning that in this area is like 50K, in this area is like another 50K, in this area is like another 50K. So although he provided $1 million in price action within this area, price action means like when price is moving left and right, blah blah blah, within this area, like when price is going from 5.5, 5.6 to 6, and so um is the value is providing to this liquidity pool is around 50K. He puts in $1 million, but some of that $1 million is on this side, some of that $1 million is on this side. When price is from 3, some is here. So because you might not be able to compete and you want to increase the amount of fees you can generate, Hyperion is saying you don't have to provide your liquidity across the whole pool. Will allow you pick a specific range where you can provide liquidity. And because you can pick a specific range, you can earn a lot more fees. So please watch this APR and watch this. So this is showing price between I'm not sure, they really need to work on this UI. Okay. The minimum price is 4.9 and the maximum price is 5.5. So if I decide to provide liquidity now, I'm providing liquidity for when APT is between 4.9 and 5.5. That's the only time I'm providing liquidity. The moment APT becomes 5.6, I'm no longer providing liquidity in APT to USDT trades. So because of I targeted this range, rather than spend my $100 across the range, my $100 is now here. Instead of having $1, $1, $1, $1, $1, $1 scattered everywhere, I now have $100 targeted in this place. So now I can compete even more with that guy that deposited $1 million. So please watch this APR and watch what happens as I drag here. Oh, okay. I think the UI doesn't work in real time, but maybe a refresh would make it work. Give me a second. Oh, it doesn't work. I might need to actually put in liquidity for this to work. But the idea is that the APR increases the larger I create a range. I hope I've not just thrown everybody away with this thing I'm saying. But the APR decreases depending on how wide I make the range. And if you can see this heat map, that's not big grammar now. If you can see this heat map, it shows that a lot of people are providing liquidity around this range because they know this is currently where a lot of APT price action is happening. People are selling at 5.4, people are selling at 5.6. So a lot of people are providing liquidity here because if your liquidity is on all this side, you don't generate fees. I might need to show you guys activity on one of my other wallets. Just give me a second. I'll give it back to Yunusa so the Yunusa can maybe take us back to normal land, because I feel like this is getting very nerdy of me. Oh, shit, I can't find my positions. They've drained my wallet. Yunusa, are you with me? Oh, I'm the only one here. Yunusa stepped out. Okay, but let me see if I can check the comments. If you guys can hear me, please, somebody should type something in the comments. I'm watching the comments, please. Hello, testing. Testing, testing. I'm watching the comments, please. Somebody should drop a comment. Yunusa got logged out. He's going to be back in a bit. But yeah, point is that you want to make sure that your position stays active. Yeah. You want to make sure that your position stays active, because anytime price goes out of this range that you selected here before you created deposit, you stop earning fees. And I mean, you might as well not bother about earning fees, because some of us are trying to like farm these airdrops, which is not necessarily a bad thing. But if you are, one thing you must notice is that drips only accumulates when your pools are active.
Yo, Baba, can you hear me?
Yeah. You lost it
Yeah,
for a
you can
second there.
imagine the wildest internet issues I've had in this year.
No, it's not
On the
just
day that
you.
I decided to do a stream.
I've had to fight with like 5 different internet providers. I actually had them come like reset everything. Yes, was it yesterday? Okay, it was earlier today. This morning they came and said, oh, they found some of the issues. That's fiber one, and they
Oh, fiber
found the
one.
issue
Okay.
and like
Okay.
sorted it out. I'm trying to find like an active pool I have.
Yes, Baba. Me, I want to follow along. Oh. I want to follow
Yeah,
along.
yeah,
So
yeah.
come and
Did
catch
you
me up.
did you catch when I was
What's the
talking
Hyperion
about,
Alpha?
yeah, when I was talking about like positions in Hyperion?
At all. Let's say we just want
Oh,
to start
okay,
on Hyperion
okay,
now. What
okay,
is the
okay,
alpha?
okay.
I'm following along. See, let me tell you the truth. Aptos Alpha Nights is an excuse for me to come and learn DeFi from all you DeFi OGs. Aptos Alpha
Okay,
Nights for all of you to come on stream and for us to do DeFi together on Aptos.
yeah.
Kojubelo,
Um,
that's Yoruba. It means it's not better than that.
I'm trying
So yeah,
to show
active.
an active. Okay, okay. I think I found it.
So let's even do like a kind of
Yeah.
even setup of what
So
browser do you
what?
even usually use?
Oh, Chrome. I always use Chrome.
You use Chrome. Okay.
Always
No
use
follow.
Chrome. I use Brave
So then
sometimes, but like I majorly use Chrome. But there are certain
you
things
use
I
Chrome.
like use for separate things. But DeFi, I do DeFi on Chrome. I do like
Okay.
maybe research and some other things with Safari and the likes, but I do DeFi on Chrome. Um,
Makes sense. Makes
so
sense.
one thing I wanted to show, which I'll show with positions again, is
Okay. Yar is coming with some alpha. He says his next speak space is going to help with the answer to this. Just some alpha from here.
okay. So I was talking about how, like, if you look at this stuff on Hyperion, many people might not pay attention to it, but okay, this might not be the best one to use. I'm going to go back to APT USDT. So what this thing is telling you is that liquidity is being provided between APT at $3 and APT at $10. But you'll be wondering, like, okay, that doesn't make sense because APT is currently at 5 point something. Let me quickly confirm that. APT is
Yeah, like
currently at
5.5.
5.2. It's at 5.2 actually. So APT is at
Oh, okay.
5.2. So why would I provide liquidity for APT at $10? Now let me explain what this means. If I provide liquidity for APT at $10, I gain no fees from APT trading at $5 because I'm telling them that I'm only providing APT. If you remember what I was saying in the beginning, I'm only providing APT to be available when people bring their USDT when APT is at $10. That's what that means. So on regular liquidity pools, when you provide liquidity, you are providing regardless of the price. So you are competing with whales, especially let's say I put in $100. You're competing with whales that put in $5 million, $10 million. But those whales now, their liquidity is spread across all the price action of APT from $1 to $5 million, blah blah blah, whatever. Their liquidity is spread across. So in real sense, APT trading at 5.2 is not their complete $1 million that is being provided. Are you still with me? Are you there? Hmm, I guess we're having like serious internet issues today. Yo, but anyway, uh, I wouldn't want to go back when Yunusa comes back online. Hmm, let me confirm this. Okay, my internet is good. Um, okay, so the point is you want to make sure that your positions are active, meaning they are trading between the range you picked. Don't just add liquidity and disappear. The range you picked is very important. I think before now, APT was sub $5. So if you provided liquidity on Hyperion at that price, you are no longer generating drips, you are no longer generating fees. So you provided liquidity on Hyperion, but you are getting zero value for it. Zero value for it. So, like especially those that like want their participation to count. it's not going to, if you didn't pay attention to what range you provided liquidity at. Even for stables, because I noticed uh in stable coins, USDT to USDC, you would think is always one to one, like one USDT is always one USDC in value. That's a lie. The although they are pegged to $1, when something is pegged somewhere, that peg can still shake, but eventually is stuck to that point, but it can still shake a bit. I don't know if this makes sense. Like if you have an actual peg. So if you see this, even just looking at this, the Hyperion allows you offer liquidity from 0.0095 to 1.001, meaning that over time the value of USDC to USDT is going to be moving along this range. And as you can see from the heat map, a lot of people are providing liquidity in different positions of this. So just confirming that. Oh, we lost Yenusa again. But I'd like Yunusa to come and take it on from here without blowing everybody's brain. Okay, just on a lighter note, let me take this to echelon markets because I like echelon. I was going to go to another lending and borrowing protocol. Why echelon is really exciting for me is because of how much this guy has been connecting. I like when I see founders that are hard at work doing reaching out to community, connecting with OGs, also connecting in real life. I think that's very important for the growth of your platform. You need to do proper marketing, you need to do proper business development, um, create those right partnerships. So I value that a lot. Just confirming that my internet hasn't robbed. Okay. So I guess echelon is not connecting right now. So maybe I'll just go to Aries. Okay. So Aries markets. A bit about lending and borrowing. The money that is generated from like lending, when you wonder how you get this APR, this APR is actually gotten from those that are borrowing against what you are lending. So that's how this cash is being generated, and that's how you get money from lending. So to make lending even more juicy, Aptos has been offering boosted APR to some assets on these lending and borrowing protocols. And that's where you see stuff like, oh, I need to use another wallet so I don't. Give me a second. Okay. Okay. So Aptos is offering boosted APR. That's why you see this stuff. So naturally, the APR generated from USDT is 4.8%, 4.81%. So that's how much, like when you lend USDT, you are going to get. And if you monitor this, you would actually see your USDT value increase. So one tricky thing is people expect their APR, their APYs to be given to them separately. It's actually not given to you separately. Your APY is given to your APY is added to the liquidity that you are supplying. So, for example, if you supply $1,000 in a month, in a year's time, you will get about $1,000 and $1,048 in that pool as the deposited amount. So that means the liquidity you are providing is being added to the one you already provided and even offering you like cumulative APY now. So that makes it even more juicy over time. So this boosted APY is the one you would most likely now see in your rewards. So this is added directly to the USDT, and this you can claim in rewards. In case this gets tricky, and this one way you can kind of use to calculate how much you are getting in the APYs. So 3.8, you would get that in rewards, and sometimes usually close to that value. They are usually close in value. Close to that value you get in um you get in USDT. Oh, this is actually really juicy. There is okay. This makes sense. Eternal staking. One thing people don't realize is the USDE that we have on Aptos is SUSDE. I think both is available, but no, I think both are on Aptos, but it's only SUSDE that is available. um I'm not sure. I'm yet to see platforms that are trading USDE, only SUSDE. And the beauty of SUSDE is it's a staked USDE token. This SUSDE is a staked, this S in the beginning stands for staked, is a staked USDE volume token, meaning even if this token is sitting in your wallet, is increasing in value over time, and that's beautiful. So just holding this means that your USD is growing in value. So that's the cool thing. It's like liquid staking. It's like Amnis is like the liquid staking token we're getting from Amnis. It looks like Yenusa is having like really terrible network. So before I go, I would like to just open the floor if there's anybody following. If there's something you would like me to touch on before I close out for today, I'm all ears, and then maybe we can all just listen back to this. I think it's going to be recorded. So just a few minutes for questions. Okay, I'll be rounding off. Thank you guys so much for coming. I think Yunusa might still join in and continue from here, but I hope I've been able to like maybe break down liquidity pools and lending and borrowing for you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming. I will find ways to make this maybe more beginner friendly. I feel like it might be I've gone too deep in the technical route, but thank you guys so much for coming, and I'll see you guys another time. See you on Spook Space. It's going to be a really huge one. We have amazing guests for you guys. Bye for now. Catch you guys later.
Yeah, so that's a nice to
Okay. Yo, GM, is anybody still live on this stream? Seems a lot of network issues. A lot of terrible network issues. Seems like a lot of issues tonight. Like, but this was a good space, right? Like this was a good stream. At least before a lot of issues, I think Baba took us through Hyperion a lot. Yeah, took us a lot through Hyperion, and that's just the spirit of Aptos Alpha Nights, right? We're coming on stream. We're looking at protocols on chain, looking at the best ways to interact with these protocols, right? Supposed to be fun, supposed to be energetic, and just alpha 1 hour 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. UTC, just 1 hour of pure alpha. Excuse me. Is anybody still live on this stream? You can just please like comment also. So I don't even know if I'm just talking to myself at this point. So yeah, network issues have really, really rocked us today. Really made this stream not as good as it ought to be. Yeah. So yeah, please let me know if anybody's still with me, so I know if I should just drop off and end the stream, or if we can wrap it up. If we can still have a few more minutes to talk. Miss G, you asked if it's finished. I'm still on the stream right now, so I don't know if you are here. You can just let me know. Yeah. I don't know where this went wrong. Since Baba dropped off as well. So I'm not sure if anybody's still live. If you're still live on the stream, please can you comment also? So yeah, this has been a bit chaotic. A bit chaotic, yeah. But yeah. I'm happy we've been able to get started at least. Yeah. Let me ask in the group chat if anybody's still on the stream. Uh yo, yo, I'm not entirely sure what happened with this stream. Try to find out, try to troubleshoot and see what exactly happened. Uh, yeah, but anyway, in any eventuality, this has been up to Alpha Night episode 1, right? For a lot of the issues that we had some good times, I believe. We had some good times. We had some good times for sure. We're looking at Hyperion. And it was definitely a good one, right? It was definitely a good one. So thank you so much for tuning in. I don't know if anybody's it's not been what we hoped for exactly, yeah, but 100%, thrilled that we've gotten started, and I'm really still very excited for the future of this stream. Right, we're looking at of this series, yeah. So like it's showing that like over 100 of us were live on this stream, which is amazing, So what we did tonight was that we discussed how these spaces are these streams. I'm used to saying spaces here, how these streams are going to be, how they are going to be functioning. That's what we discussed. And then we looked at Hyperion, we looked at Hyperion, right? We looked at Hyperion, we looked at looked at Hyperion and that it's been really amazing. It's been really amazing. We had a lot of network issues, but from base fun. This has been a lot. This has been a lot for sure. But yeah, thank you so much everybody for joining. I was trying to like clear us out with this song, but before this glitches again. So thank you so much for joining Alpha Night episode one. All right. Hopefully episode two next week Saturday is going to be much better and not all these network issues. So see you next week, next 8 p.m. It's GMG.